Hey everybody, and welcome back. For those of you that are interested in using Canva or maybe just some kind of an online tool to do things like edit videos, create business cards, YouTube thumbnails, etc., I'm going to show you today why I think Canva could be your one-stop shop. So before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the channel for new content. All right, so jumping straight in, a couple of things people typically ask to start off is cost. So there is a free version, and when we switch to the monthly slider, you'll see that the main focus is either free or free for one person. The remainder are typically going to be for companies. So you can read all of the benefits here, but for the most part, it's usually worth starting out with the free trial or the free option, just so you can kind of see what you're going to need. At some point, you will likely grow out of it as you get more content. Now, another thing to note is check out the license option or the license for Canva to make sure you're using everything correctly, essentially. Now, we're going to go back to the home page and go into the content itself. So I'm going to cover how to edit or create a couple of different things. I have a separate video I'll link in the description on creating YouTube thumbnails, so I won't go into detail on that. But I'm going to start with something simple like a business card, then we'll do videos and have a couple of other use cases covered. So the first option here is just a business card. So you'll see when we open this page, we just get this blank page here. So we could select something like this. And then we can add in the back. Now we have two pages we can toggle between. And then we can choose to edit content. Any of the items in the page you select will have this little highlighted border. You can double click to edit. For example, we could put Tyler Talks. Then you'll see we have the title here, so we could put YouTube Guy. And then you could put phone numbers and basically just update all of this content down here and maybe switch out logos. Maybe you need to resize them. So for any of the elements on the page, you can select it and resize. You also have additional options here to copy, adjust layers, things like that. And then, as you would guess, you can just kind of move things around and it'll snap to various elements on the page. So we have Tyler Talks, position is YouTube Guy. So what we'll do, we'll just delete that and leave this card like this. Now, you have different elements that you can add in over here. And if you don't know really what you're looking for, you can just search through with things like stickers. And a lot of these are going to be animated, so they may not work for a business card, but they are things that you could use for other media elements. You also have different text elements, upload options that you can work with, the ability to draw if you're interested, and once you've finished the drawing portion, when we go back to design, we can now move this drawing around. So that covers the business card itself, but you do have tons of different options. You have different things like I can click apply both pages here and replace all pages. And now we have a new business card. So you have a bunch of different themes and options if you're interested, and you can just kind of review those. So now that we've done business cards, let's go to videos, because this is one that I think is more popular. Now, as we're waiting on that to appear, one thing to note for the business card and for most content on Canva, you can click Share, Download, and then adjust the sizing options to meet whatever your needs are, along with file types and other settings. So, for the option here, we've selected video. So we could start off with something like dragging in running. And you can just choose wherever and just drop it. So the idea, typically you just drag and drop, and now we have this 20+ second clip. Now you can edit things like this text. Maybe I've decided I don't want the text at all, and maybe we want to add in some elements like a question mark. So you can just select the question mark, put it wherever you want, and then that's all that there is to it. You choose the elements here just like you would in your in the past option or business card we made. You also have the ability to select other videos. So for example, if we wanted to use something like this, we could drop or drag and drop this one. And now when I click play near the end of this video, because we can use this as a timeline, you'll see it goes from one to the next. And I can choose to delete text and edit elements that are present in that video. And then you can make other adjustments or add in more videos. So you'll see it replaced it when I selected this. But I could also click add page, and then I can add in another video just by selecting it. And then at this point, once you have decided, okay, this video may be too long, you can adjust the length as you see fit. You can't make it longer, but you can make it shorter, and it looks like it basically would just be cropping off certain parts. And then you can edit other elements of that video by clicking here and managing things, such as transitions. And you could choose what that would look like. So if we want, we can click play, and you'll see that transition take effect. And then you can choose from other transitions as well. You also have the ability to edit some background options if you're interested, which obviously you're going to need to play around with, otherwise you'll block out everything in the video. Once you're done, you can choose to play here and view it in the media viewer, which again, since I made it black, you can't view everything. And you can choose the download option from here and then choose your download settings, just like you would if you clicked it right here. Now we'll go home and make one more thing. So if you are someone who manages maybe online content for a company, you can scroll through because there are things like YouTube thumbnails or even infographics. And YouTube thumbnails are especially important because they can be a little tricky. And the main reason, or instead of thumbnails, I guess I would say YouTube banners, but thumbnails can be tricky as well because of the resolution. They tend to be a little bit smaller, and you're going to want to have text that is a little bit larger. So sometimes going by these themes or elements helps you to avoid making a thumbnail that has text that's too small. Or if you want to do a banner. Often with YouTube banners, one of the tricky parts is knowing the size, because often on smaller devices you may only see this portion here. So if you're deciding to make a thumbnail, and let's just say you put all of your content down here, it may not be visible on smaller screens because it's only going to pull what's in the middle. So this actually helps you to understand, okay, I should look to keep things within this general vicinity here to make sure that it has the best visibility. And also, a lot of these templates tend to have somewhat of an attractive style to them. Not always, but as someone who's not very creative myself when it comes to creating any kind of art or media, this is something that's been very helpful for me. And you can do the same thing with infographics. You select the graphic, and you can edit everything in the editor here pretty easily and seamlessly. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below, and I'll see you all in the next video.